Hi friends. Today I'm going to make cookies with you, and I don't know about you, but one of my favorite cookies are chocolate chip. So the first thing we need to do is start with the wet ingredients. And I have a half a cup of Crisco. So I'm going to put that in first. Okay, and then the next is a half a cup or 1 stick of butter. And you just drop that in. And then the next thing we need is 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And you want that nicely packed into your cup. And pour that in. And then the next thing is 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. And pour that in. It's already smelling good. And the next thing is a teaspoon of vanilla, but I usually just eyeball it. And then the last thing are eggs. 2 eggs. It's a good idea to break the egg into a bowl before you put it into the bowl with all the other ingredients. That way you make sure you don't get any eggshells in there. And pour that in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mix that. Let me get my attachment. If you don't have a hand mixer, you can just use your hands and a big sturdy spoon. Speaking of spoons, look, I have a spoon that has Jenny's Kitchen on it. Miss Rife bought me that for Christmas. Okay, here we go. Blend that together. Okay, while that's mixing, I'm going to go ahead and put the flour in this bowl here. So we need 2 1/4 cups of flour. So I just put my cup into the flour and then just sort of take a knife or your finger and just sort of level it off. That's the best way to measure. Here's my 1/4 cup measure. Okay. And next thing we need is a teaspoon of salt. Salt actually makes things taste sweeter. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. And 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. And that helps leaven the, make the cookies rise. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add the flour to the wet mixture. And we don't want to do this quickly because you don't want the gluten in the flour to make the cookies tough. So you just sort of mix it quickly. Okay. Then the last thing is the best part, the chocolate chips. And I don't measure for this. It calls for 2 cups. I usually put almost the whole bag in. So I'm going to go ahead and dish these out, and then I'll come back.